So I've been working with this starter kit for the past 6 months, and this is my final review. But before I give you my analysis, I want to run it through one more test, something a little bit more advanced. It's going to be a combination of screen printing with wood engraving. So let's get to work. Oh, wait, I forgot. I gotta assemble this laser. Looks like the laser is ready. Now hear this. Ooh, that's a satisfying feeling. Now I gotta remesh my screens. It's super simple. All you have to do is loosen up this clamps right here. These 6 clamps, remove the frames along with the mesh. And with a snap of a finger, the mesh is there. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll. But before that, let me explain the plan just so we all can be on the same page. This is what I have in mind. When somebody walks in my house, I want to greet them with a beautiful message. So I created this design that says, Jesus loves you, John 3:16, which is going to be screen printed on a hanging canvas. I'm also going to customize the wood with a very unique pattern that is going to be placed on my front door. Now this is the challenge. The words Jesus loves you are going to be screen printed with puffing, just so it can stand out. Whatever is in lime green is going to be printed with glow in the dark ink, just so it can shine at night. Everything else is going to be screen printed with regular black ink. So we need 3 screens for this project. Let's get to work. So the garage is super hot. It's like a sauna in there. So I'd rather do everything inside, especially since this laser comes with like a vacuum or an exhaust fan. So I'm gonna put it to test. So now I gotta clean all this up and start setting up.
For the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it.
Give it a quick wipe.
I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening.
And this is what we got so far. Gotta hurry up before my wife comes. She's probably not gonna like all this. All right, we gotta remove this honeycomb right here. And we're gonna add this bracket in here. This is the bracket where all the screens are gonna get registered to. So we gotta remove these 2 screws here. And we add these 2 longer ones that came with the bracket. All right, let's add a screen here. Push that back. And we're gonna add our design. And the beautiful thing is that it already color separates everything for you, which is time saver. Now we gotta mirror it. And all we gotta do is go to reflect horizontal, and that's it. And we rotate it sideways. Looks like we're ready to rock and roll. So this finger right here, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. You could barely hear it. Of course, there is noise, but it's not like a crazy noise, you know? And the beautiful thing is that you don't smell anything. You don't smell like nothing burned or anything. With the D1, obviously you smell the burn because it's open, but because of the box, it just makes a big difference. I don't know. I like it already. I like it. All right, this is our first screen. Let's move this back. What do you guys think? Beautiful. Now we're gonna do a montage and we're gonna do the same thing to the other 2. Let's go.
I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came.
So it took me around 2 hours and a half to do all these 3 screens. This one took 1 hour and 1 minute, 40 minutes, and 38 minutes. Note this, I just upgraded to a better laser cutter. So if I play around a little bit longer with the settings, I'm pretty sure I could cut the time down a good 15 to 20 minutes. Now let's go get our inks. We have black ink, puff ink, and glow in the dark ink. All of my inks are plastisol inks that I get from Screen Print Direct. Link's gonna be in the bio. Okay, the first thing that I do, I like to tape my screens because things get messy. So it makes cleanup 100 times faster. Now before we start production, I gotta do a couple test runs, just to make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna use the same t-shirt that I used in my last video. We're gonna start with the black screen, just to see how everything looks. You clamp this down, clamp this down. You also want to make sure that you always stir your ink before printing. Add a little bit of ink. I'm also going to use one of my squeegees, and here we go. All you got to do is flood, and pull. Pull. So it passed one of the tests that I didn't tell you guys. I was testing it out to see how far of a detail I can get on this mesh, and look. Oh man, this is beautiful. All right, so we're gonna take this one off. I'm gonna dry the ink real quick. I'm not gonna cure it, I'm just drying it. We're gonna add our second color, which is glow in the dark ink. You flood, and you print. 1, 2. The ink is a little bit transparent, so you can't see it that much. But when I turn the lights off, you'll be able to see it. And we add our last color, which is our puff ink. Now, if you want to make puff ink, there's a small formula for it. If you have 10 grams of ink in a container, all you have to do is add 2 grams of puff additive. Me personally, I like to add between 3 and 4, but everything depends on the puff that you're going for. Just try this out. 1, 2. We're gonna give it again. 1, 2. Just so the ink will be nice and thick. Let's raise this up. Beautiful. Now let's take this t-shirt out of here and let's puff that ink. Puff that ink. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a small puff. Not the puff that I was looking for, so I gotta do it again. Now this is the puff that I'm looking for, because if it gets more puffier, it's gonna cover my small details. Looks like we're ready to start production.
Monday morning blues. I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful.
And I didn't get the same puff that I got on my t-shirts, but still, I got a little puff which stands out from the rest. What do you guys think? Pretty beautiful, huh?
I'm not alone. You are everything under the sky so blue. I found my piece of heaven, spending my days with you.
Now, I'm gonna give you my final and honest review. I like the starter kit. Overall, I give it a good 9 out of 10. It's perfect for beginners, but it's still limited. And just note this, I'm rating it as a starter kit, not like one of my big presses. If you wanna start a t-shirt business like myself, then probably the starter kit is not the best way to go. If you're a crafter, an artist, painter that wants to work with different types of material like wood, jewelry, clothing, then this starter kit will probably fit you. But the biggest downfall for me was that I thought that I couldn't reuse the mesh. I was wrong. You actually can. Now let me show you quick and 5 easy steps. First, if you're working with plastisol ink, you have to use a plastisol ink remover, which is gonna help you clean all the ink from the screen. Second, to break down this blue stuff, which is called emulsion, you're gonna need a chemical called emulsion remover. Third, you're gonna need a dehazer to remove all the ghostings from the ink. For some odd reason, the image didn't come out, but it won't affect the screen. I'm guessing it's because it was sitting there for way too long, like maybe a little bit over 5 months. Fourth, you add 2 passes of emulsion on the back of the screen. Then you let it dry. After that, you take it outside so the sun could hit it so the emulsion could harden. Now your screen is ready to be reused. So the final step will be to take your screen to your laser engraver and burn that design in it. But you're gonna have to be playing around with the settings a bit. What I did, I lowered the speed, but I increased the power. Another thing that I disliked was this blue mat. It doesn't work great under heat, it kind of warps. So I would recommend to buy screen printing transfer paper and cover the wood with it. It holds a lot better with heat. And this is my last tip. At the end of the day, don't listen to anything that I say or to anything that anybody says. Do your own research. I'm gonna add the link in the bio for the starter kit. Go check it out, guys. They have different package deals. I'm also going to add the link in the bio for the screen printing material. Once again, thank you xTool for sponsoring this video. Now let's go finish our project.